Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to one and all, and welcome back to the Raymond the Eagle Shark Technical Center for this, the first of two games on this Friday, the 6th of May 2022. And in this encounter, we'll be seeing the Salsa Ballers going up against the Eagle Claw FC. The Salsa Ballers in their changed white and green strip, and the Eagle Claw in their blue and gold. It seems like the Eagle Claw may be playing down a couple men to start off with, as I believe they only have some 9 players on the field at this present moment. It looks like they do have the man right killer Cyril in goal, along with both Remy and Everton Minette, but not much in terms of experience outside of that.
Well, they have the striker in Brown and the stalwart in central defense in the person of Poodle. Good evening, and it's a pleasure being here, Doc. Another very nice evening for football. The AFL Men's Senior League continues. And no doubt, Salsa Ballers will relish in the opportunity to make this one easy for them.
Looks like Hilton is the man in the middle as the Salsa Ballers kick us off. It's going to be out wide with Eric Gokaran, as it seems like the Salsa Ballers have completely shifted their formation, it looks like, as seems to be a more traditional 4-3-3, possibly a 4-4-2, with Jordan Deans playing at CDM, Eric at left back, and it seems like Tyreek John and Joel Orozco are playing at center back, as here comes Naldo trying to drive forward, and the Eagle Claw can intercept for the time being, pushed forward towards Minette. Minette trying to find the number 8 there, who's trying to send one forward, but again, very difficult to counterattack with limited numbers. Finley out wide. Gums back to Finley. Finley goes backwards. We'll find Gums again, who goes back out wide to Finley. Finley cuts it inside, and it can be picked up by Minette. Ball over the top as well towards Brown. Brown is steering away. Has a shot at goal, but it's wide of the target.
But that was an easy opportunity. That was an opportunity. And an opportunity that Brown should have buried, because the goalkeeper was on the edge of the 18-yard area, had absolutely no chance of getting back. And all Brown had to do was to chip that one over the top and find the back of the net, and he kicked it wide. Opportunity, early 9 men, and opportunity going and begging.
Yes, and once again, it seems to be that right side is causing a bit of problems for the Salsa Ballers defense. They've gone a bit more conventional with a back 4. As I was saying, I have a Roscoe and Tyreek John at center back, with Eric at left back and Neil at right back. And it seems like the man Jordan Deans has slotted in at CDM for the time being. They also have Naldo playing in central midfield as well. Then it's Finley on the right-hand side, Brad on the left, and here comes Finley, who's driving inside. Cuts one back towards Ricardo John, who is offside.
Offside call in the 3rd minute of play. In the 3rd minute of play, ball in the back of the net, and offside says AR2 Harley.
So as I did suspect, there's no Tyreek Sutherland today for the Salsa Ballers. Good touch by Naldo. Lays this one off. Picks it up again, Naldo, and will win a free kick.
Handball. There
is no Tyreek Sutherland. So that's allowed for Neil Gums to come back into the starting lineup. This goes short towards Ricardo John. Tries to find Brad. Out of touch, throw in. So it's Brad Cannonier, the number 16. Shamaine Aldo Charles, the number 9. Jordan Deans, the number 4. Desroy Finley, wearing number 8. Jarwan Gill, the number 5. Eric Gokaran, the captain, wearing number 12. Neil Gums is the number 7. Ricardo John is the striker and number 10. The number 3 is Tariq John. Josiah Perez is in goal, and Joel Orozco is the number 2. As here comes Neil Gums forward, looking for the man Finley, picked up by Orozco. To Tariq John. John goes out wide to Gokarana. Gokarana sends it through towards Jaron Gale. Gale takes it down. Gale slides it through towards Ricardo John. John looking for space. John gets past the man down the byline. Still John takes an extra touch and will win a corner.
Well, that was good defensive work done there by Minette. Really good defensive work. And Clark slowing down John, sending him to very close to the goal line. And then it was followed by Minette, who knocked it out for a corner. So, in the 5th minute of play, it's going to be a corner for Salsa Ballers, which they are going to take very short.
Taking short. Gokaran chips it in towards the back post. Header is won, and Raquel Cyril will deal with it. He sends it long. Tariq John now. John to Gokaran. Back to John. John forward to Ricardo John. Ricardo finding space. Still Ricardo looking for extra space. Gets past everyone. Driving in between the defense. Driving through the defense. Putting one into the back of the net. And Ricardo John adds to his tally. 1-0 for the Salsa Ballers.
In the 6th minute of play, it's 1-0. Compliments the brilliance of Ricardo John, who took it up, walked across the box, walked into the box, and slotted it to the left of the goalkeeper. It made it easy. It made it look so easy. It was so easy, like taking candy from a baby.
It certainly was. And the Eagle Claw, with their limited numbers, they now find themselves a goal down as well. Not the position that they would like to be in at this point in time, so early in the game. But they are down 1-0, and they are without a number of their talisman as well. Guys like the man Baba Johnson, as well as Kentish John and DeAndre Marshall, all seem to be out for them today. That's most of their attacking threat.
Yes. It's like taking the engine out of a vehicle and asking it to go.
As they're driving forward, good ball to Finley. Finley, still Finley, cutting inside, losing possession. They try to go forward now with Minette. And he can't find the pass he was looking for. Ricardo John finds Eric Gokarana. Gokarana to Gale. Gale flicks it back to John. John trying to find space, lays it off for Naldo, who tries to chip one back. He will find Ricardo John, who turns. Still Ricardo John. He's fouled, and he will win a free kick.
Well, the referee, Hilton, is saying to me, I don't want that at all. We're not playing rugby. We are playing football.
They do have a number of guys over this free kick. Gokarana, as well as Naldo and Finley, and even Ricardo John. As the man Jordan Dean steps away, they still have 4 guys around this free kick. Finley moves off. Eric takes it into the wall. Only as far as Naldo. Back to Orozco. Orozco will find Tariq John now. John out wide to Brad. Brad is offside as signaled by the AR. It will be a free kick to the Eagle Claw.
Playing with 9 men, and I'm seeing Minute, the older brother there, seeming to have pulled up, is favoring that left hamstring. He took off for a sprint after the free kick was taken, and then he came to an instant halt, and he's favoring that left hammy. Not a good sight with a team that has 9 players on the field.
Well, that's certainly not what you would want. But here's Sean Brown. Brown trying to get on the outside, but Tyreek John does well. Good recovery pace by John. Perez finds Gokaran. Gokaran goes inside towards Jordan Deans. Deans flips it out wide. He'll find Neil Gums. Gums trying to drive forward as Gums. Now Naldo. Naldo to Ricardo John, to Jaron Gale, back to Ricardo John. John trying to find space again, who lays it off for Naldo. Naldo trying to drive through, will run out of room, and the Eagle clock can look to break. Trying to send one over the top that Josiah Perez will have absolutely no issue with. And Tyreek John can find Eric Gokaran. Gokaran to Brad. Brad, he's on side this time and not being pressured. Driving into the area is Brad. Brad down the outside. It's still Brad now. Brad cuts one back, and the Salsa Ballers have made it 2. In the 10th minute of play, it's 2-0. It looks like Jaron Gale got the final touch, and the Eagle Claw, they're just digging themselves further and further into a hole.
So in the 6th minute, now in the 10th minute of play, it's 2-0. Jaron Gale getting the final touch to that one. And it was a good run by Brad down the left flank. And he had room. He had acres of room to take the ball. He was unmarked, unchallenged into the 18-yard box. He was just about 10 or so yards away from the halfway line when he picked up the ball. And he ran all the way into the 18-yard box, unmarked. And it was just at about the top of the penalty box when he was challenged, but it was too late by then. He was an oil machine getting in there, and Gale putting on the final touches, making it 2-0.
Here's Jaron Gale again down the outside. Gale breaking away at goal. Good save by Michael Cyril.
In the right place there was Cyril. Ball hitting straight to him, making absolutely no mistake.
Finley driving is Finley. Finley still using his pace. Finley cuts one back. It will be a corner.
Nine men. It was always going to be an uphill task with 11 men trying to hold Salsa Ballers. And with 9 men, it makes it an also impossible task. And we will see. The players will really have to gel together, hold their head up high in order to finish this game, because can really get disheartening, can really get discouraged.
As Ricardo John has a
that's brilliant save.
But brilliant by Michael Cyril, and Brad will find Eric Gokaran now. Gokaran chips it in to a wide open man, and a brilliant save once again by Cyril. The volley is miscued, and it can be cleared. Only as far as Gokaran again, who finds Tyreek John out wide to Finley. Finley still drives one in, will win another corner.
2 brilliant save there by Michael Cyril. And Minute is really trying to hold on for the Eagle Claws. He is in pain. You can see him as he rests that left foot on the ground. He's grimacing out there. He is in pain, but he's holding on for the Claw.
Corner comes in, is cleared by the Claw. Booted forward to Tyreek John, who will win the header. Out wide with Eric Gokaran now. Gokaran lifts one in towards Ricardo John. Ricardo trying to turn, is not able to do so. Now Tyreek John, who chests one down, hits it on the volley, but it's well over the goal.
And primetime game this evening. Yes, it's Friday, and we have come accustomed to the one game starting at 7 o'clock and having one game. But we have a double for you this evening. And so it should have been 8:30, but sometime just about there, in our prime time game, it is going to be the Ducks United. They will be coming up against the Western Predators.
Well,
Predators coming off of a defeat from the last game against Diamond FC. Across! Go ahead and go in wide it. And the Ducks United coming off of a victory over the Roaring Lions.
It's going to be a goal kick. Taken short. And I think the referee may want a retake. So I believe he will want the ball to be retaken. And now Minette will be taking this goal kick. As we see a couple Western Predators making their way into the stadium. Coach Samaro and a couple of his guys, they've been looking to pull off possibly an upset against the Ducks. As here comes Jaron Gale. Gale round the outside. Brilliant work by Gale. Cuts it back. And it's a good save. And Brad puts it wide.
Michael Cyril is keeping the Eagle Claw in this game.
Pretty much single-handedly as well.
And he's down. Cyril is down.
Oh, dear. There was one man on the pitch that the Eagle Claw couldn't afford to lose. It would be Michael Cyril.
Michael Cyril goes down. You know, he had a finger injury coming into this game. And with those point-blank shots that he has been taken, cannot be good for him nor his team. And so there's some assistant. So you're not missing any football. As you can see, it's Salsa ballers playing in green and white today. And indeed, they are making a good account of themselves so far. In the 17th minute of play, there are 2 goals to the better. The Eagle Claw playing 9 men, trying to hold their own against a really solid team.
Well, for a team that's been playing with 9 men, the man right here, Cyril in goal, he's done a tremendous job to keep it to only 2-0 thus far. Made some good saves, denying the likes of Brad and Jaron Gale. And he's done a good service to himself, and he will hope that he can continue. Or else I fear for what this game can actually turn into. As we're seeing the man Minette is hobbling off the field of play, holding his hamstring. Hopefully that it is nothing severe, because you would not want to see a forfeit. And they only had 9 players. Michael Cyril is down right now. And Minette has just limped off the field.
Well,
and you have to have 7 players to play.
Well, at present, they have 8. As the man Minette has made his way off the field. The importance of warming. And when you are up in age,
it's taken short and given straight back to the Salsa ballers. Ricardo John. John, with a bit of pressure, will lose possession. Throw into the Eagle Claw. Looking for a run down the line. He will find one in, looks like, Alakoy gums. But here comes the Salsa Ballers again with Ricardo John, who puts it wide.
Looking for placement there was John on the far post. Just going wide and no damage done.
It is only 2-0 right now. It is only 2-0. We are into the 19th minute of play as it's booted forward. Jordan Deans to Joel Orozco. Now Tyreek John. John goes forward towards Naldo. Now Brad goes inside towards Ricardo John. And Brad is trying to break onto this one, but Cyril does well. And he boots it forward. Sean Brown will not win the initial header. But Alakoy gums. And he takes a very risky pass.
Very risky pass. And lucky enough for him that it bode well for the defender. So it's Salsa Ballers who really has enjoyed the position, and no wonder.
Oh, brilliant ball through again. Chance for them to make it 3. Surely it will be 3. It is 3. Ricardo John has his second of the game. And in the 20th minute of play, it is 3-0.
The second of many that there will be tonight.
Well, it looks like the man Barber has just strolled his way into the stadium, and he's witnessing his team not really putting in their best showing, and I don't think he will be too enthusiastic to put on a uniform and get onto the field with the way that is looking right now for the Eagle Claw.
Well, I'm not sure that he came to play, but he looks that he's going to the back, which tells me that he may very well be going into the dressing room to get change.
Oh dear. It may be another one as Ricardo John is bearing down on goal. Well, that's wonderful defending initially. Picked up by Eric Gokaran down the outside. Gokaran chips one in, and Cyril does well.
Well, the man Cyril, for a man who really has just taken up football, he knows really little of the game and has chosen to take up the mantle and play for the Claw. He's doing a good job in this between the sticks so far.
As Gokaran is, it's a brilliant ball through to Ricardo John, who is not offside. And in 22 minutes, Ricardo John has a hat trick.
And you see Remy Minute, he's screaming at the AR, but the man, Reek, would have played on John. And one of the things that I really take a strong opposition to, it is when footballers, they're failing to do their task. They're failing to do their task, failing to defend properly, and trying to set traps, not doing it effectively, and blaming the AR when they don't score, when things don't go in their favor. But if it's not offside, it's not offside.
Well, it looks like the man, Baba Johnson, will be making his way down into the dressing room in the time being, and he will hope that he may be able to change the fortune of his team. Know him to be one of the most electrifying players in this Angola Football League on his day. But this season, he's not been able to do so in a team that he would have gone to leaving the Docks United, where he felt he'd be able to really showcase his skills a bit more, showcase his talent. But it's not really been that way. We know a few years ago for the Salsa Ballers, he would have been an absolute terror to come up against.
Football is such a funny game, And this season you can come and have an excellent game, and next season you just seem to go off the boil a bit. And so it is. If you don't train, it is going to happen. It is important that you keep fit and that you keep training, because somebody said that form is temporary. You know,
As a shot comes in, and I think that's Josiah Perez's first touch, and he takes it down with the chest. Just showing off just a bit. As Gokaran, he can send a couple guys through running, but he will run himself, Gokaran. He's a center back. He hasn't scored for a very long time, but Gokaran is driving, and eventually he runs out of a room. Is forced to go back towards Brad. Brad, looking for space to turn, will win a free kick. Actually, I think it's with the Eagle Claw now. Well, they're playing a bit casually behind there. Would have made you think for a moment that the ball had went out of play. But it's back with the Salsa. Oh, brilliant ball over the top. Taken down well. And Ricardo John is appealing for something.
he was appealing
he
for
wants a
handball.
handball.
Yes, appealing for the handball, but he was not going to get that call from the referee. The AR had to call that if it was indeed a handball, because his back was turned, the player's back was turned, and so it would have been the AR call rather than looking to the referee for a handball call there on that occasion.
Naldo does well. And a good tackle, but the Salsa Ballers will win a throw-in.
That is Richardson there. Tion Richardson tackling well and getting that ball in the touch. It's going to be a throw-in. 4-0 in the 26th minute of play. You know, when I heard someone saying, you know, before the game started, when they saw a nine-man attack going out against Salsa Ballers, that they won't be surprised if at halftime the score is 10-0.
Well, I don't like to do predictions, as Ricardo John trying to find space again, lines up an effort, and it's wide and high. I don't like to do predictions, but if the game continues on its current trajectory, that scoreline will not be too far off.
But one of the things that we have noticed, though, that going in any sport, one of the things that we have seen over the years is that teams tend to play like their opponents. And so it doesn't matter how strong you are. On a given day, when you meet your opponent, you play just like them.
Finley with a ball over the top, as we're seeing Barber is making his way down into the dugout for the Eagle Claw. Minette will be probably looking to come back onto the field of play momentarily as well. He has been reintroduced. And here comes Ricardo John again. Ricardo John again. He's going to have 4 today. It's 5 for the Eagle Claw. And we're just over halfway through this first half.
Well, they have just been injected with a minute going back on. And Barber is going to make his way onto the field. Who does so now?
So it will be Barber making his way onto the field of play. And he will hope that he can bring about some sort of change for his side, who are now playing with 10 men rather than the 9 that they started with. But it is 5-0 at this current point in time. 5-0 in favor of the Salsa Ballers, who will be looking to rebound after a crushing defeat, really, by the Attackers FC. A brilliant performance from Kadeem Riley was the difference between the two sides, as Finley goes for a long ball over the top that will find Ricardo John, who cuts it back to Brad. And Brad has an effort at goal. Oh, that's wonderful! Brad has pulled out something out of his hat that we've not seen for years. From since he's been on Spartans, we have not seen that from Brad, but he has pulled that trick out of the bag today.
That was indeed a tremendous strike. Wide of Cyril, a diminutive figure, and a good shot there, burying that one and making it 6-0. We are only in the 29th minute of the first half.
We have not seen a shot like that from Brad for years.
Well, we are not coming from the JRWP. We will be coming from there tomorrow. We are not coming from the netball court. We are coming indeed from the Raymond Gigisha Technical Center. And we are in the 29th minute of play. And it is 6-0.
Well, I fear for what the scoreline will be coming. Maybe looking like a cricket score like we will be seeing tomorrow.
Well, looks more like we're playing netball.
Tyreek John. And the scary thing about this is that this is a Salsa Ballers team without arguably their most dangerous player in Tyreek Sutherland.
Indeed, and with Sutherland out, and the scoreline is what it is. Had Sutherland been on the field, well. He's class. He's absolute class, Tyreek.
He's so silky to watch on the ball. The man Tyreek Sutherland.
Sutherland.
His ability to just shift past players with relative ease and put you off balance and create space or an opening for a shot. He does that so well and so consistently.
Sutherland is indeed class. He is class.
I believe that with this new formation as well for the Salsa Ballers, it will free him up just a bit. He may either be shifted out to the wing or have a bit more creativity in midfield. As here comes Finley. Finley with a chance. He puts it wide.
I would love to see Finley, with some finesse, with the speed that he has, and being able to put the finishing touches to those balls. He has speed, but no class with it.
Well, our fellow commentator, man has been commentating for a very long time. The man Colin Johnson once said of Finley, he's no longer Desroy Finley. He can't finish Finley. As here comes Brad, a chance again for Brad. He puts it wide of the target. Finley, he has all the physical tools. He's strong, he's fast. He could be a brilliant winger, but his end product has been lacking for a number of years.
Really. He has the speed, but just cannot finish at all.
As here comes Naldo. Brilliant ball through again. A chance for the Salsa Ballers, and they will make it 7 in the 32nd minute of play. The Salsa Ballers are turning this into a cricket score. It's 7-0.
Well. There's nothing Cyril could have done there. There's not Cyril. You can't blame Cyril for what is going on.
He's doing his utmost best. He can't do anything about any of the goals that have scored, and he's kept it at 7 because it could very much be 10 at this current point.
Indeed. Well, the scoreline that we are seeing, we may just see similar scoreline in the next game. Here is Alakoy on the run.
Alakoy Gums to Barber. Back over the top towards Alakoy Gums. Trying to find space. And he will run out of that space, not able to find it. But here comes Barber again, trying to burst through. But the Salsa Ballers, they crowd them, not allowing them to have the space and time that they would want. As Ricardo John, a brilliant ball through to Joran Gale, and Reichel Cyril does well again. Is that a good game as Reichel Cyril? And you can't often say that about a scoreline at 7-0 for a goalkeeper.
Really
Tyreek.
has been having a good game. And Minute, I wish Remy Minute would play one role on the field because he's playing a double role. He's playing, he wants to play football, but at the same time, he wants to ref the game at the same time. And he's not doing his team any justice at all.
Put it forward. Tyreek John up against Tajay Johnson. Brown over the top towards Barber, but well read by Joel Orozco. Good skill as well by Orozco. It's a crunching challenge by, I think, Sean Brown, but it will be a Salsa baller's throw.
That's what you're going to get from Brown every time. You are going to get a wholehearted performance. You can believe he's going to give. If Brown alone have to play on the field, he will.
I love that in a footballer. Sheer determination for Sean Brown. As it's going to find Neil Gums out wide. Goes inside. Naldo. Ricardo John. Eric. Still Eric Gokarana. Eric whips a ball in. That's a good ball in as well. They're queuing up for a shot. They're all queuing up. Finley now. Finley lines up an effort. And he's put that one well high and wide.
Seven goals to nil. We are in the 35th minute of play. And we are seeing the primetime game teams coming in. And that's the Western Predators and the Ducks United, the table toppers so far.
Brilliant ball, and Joran Gale will have his hat trick. That's number 3 for him, number 8 for the Salsa Ballers. And even worse, Rykill Cyril has gone down. From bad to worse, the misery continues for the Eagle Claw.
Well. 8 goals to nil. Salsa Ballers.
It just looks like they're capitulating right now. The Eagle Claw. Guys are getting water on the side. Guys have gone down, sitting down on the side of the field. Looks like the players are just taking their own de facto water break. As both Brad and Naldo are taking the liberty to grab a drink as well. We've seen 2 hat tricks thus far today. We've seen 3 for Joran Gale. Ricardo John has scored 4, and the man Brad, he has himself 1. We hope for, well, the Salsa Ballers would hope for the likes of Naldo and Finley to get on the score sheet as well, so that they can be firing on all cylinders.
Well, if you're not firing on all cylinders and the score is 8-0, what if you are firing on all cylinders?
It's 8-0 without Naldo having his best game, without Finley having his best game, and with Tyreek Sutherland out. I fear for what the score would actually be if the Salsa Ballers are playing their best football. As here comes Finley now. Finley takes a long touch, and it's cleared by Minette.
Minette, even with 1 1/4 leg, he's trying his utmost best.
Oh, and again, it's a whipped up and over to no one initially, but picked up at the back post because Eagle Claw stopped defending, and it's going to be put into the back of the net. The Eagle Claw stopped defending. They had all turned their backs because they believed the ball went out of play. The Salsa Ballers kept playing, and it's now, what, 9-0?
It's 9-0, and seem to have a lot more referees on the field than we anticipated.
I was just speaking about Naldo grabbing himself a goal, and I believe Naldo was the man who put that one in. We'll have to check the replay on that one, but my initial view saw it was Naldo who was able to get himself onto the score sheet. As here come the Salsa Ballers again. Oh, this could be unfair. Brilliant save by Cyril. Brad now cuts it back. Brad.
Good defending there by Clark.
Looking at the replay of that goal, it seemed like it was Ricardo John, actually, who was able to put that one into the back of the net. So he has 5 today. Naldo still yet to get himself on the score sheet. Corner kick to the Salsa Ballers, taken quickly, and right heel Cyril will deal with it. He goes long, looking for Sean Brown. We'll find Sean Brown. Brown turns. Brown tries to get past a few. Still Brown. Brown, a one-man wrecking crew. Still Brown. And Josiah Perez is around playing center back like Manuel Neuer, but he does well. John, not on the same page as Naldo. And picked up in the midfield and given away. He went and left the ball. Finley. Moves back to Deans. Brilliant ball over the top as well. Here comes Finley. Finley driving. Finley using his speed. Finley has a shot. And Finley has buried it as well. 10-0 after 41 minutes of play.
In the 41st minute of play, it's 10-0. It is not netball. It is football. It is the Raymond Eagle Technical Center we are broadcasting from, not the JRWP.
As we would say tomorrow, it's 10 without loss after, what, the first over? It's not been a good showing so far.
But the Eagle Claw being a new team, and with a number of its pieces being out today, one understands.
You can definitely sympathize with the Eagle Claw and the Eagle Claw fans with their position right now, being down players, down some of their better players, with both DeAndre Marshall, Roland Shanti both being out, as well as the likes of Tyrese Burke.
Well, I think that Shanti is out due to an injury. Marshall due to work commitments.
Kentish John is not available today either. So they have a number of their key pieces out. So here comes Brad. Brad is offside. We are on to the 42nd minute of play. It is 10-0 thus far. In favor of the Salsa Ballers, with Ricardo John having scored some 5 goals today. Joran Gale has scored 3, and Brad and Finley both have 1 apiece. Here comes Naldo. Naldo tries to send it through. He'll pick up the second ball, however, and gives it away. Chance for the Eagle Claw to drive. Still trying to get through. Still trying to get forward on the Eagle Claw. He has options that he can use. Tion Richardson. Forward to Minette. Tries to go back out wide. Still Barber now. And he'll give away possession. Ball out wide. Again, the Eagle Claw have stopped playing defense. Finley is bearing down on goal. And Rykiel Cyril has done well once again.
Rykiel Cyril.
Danger not averted yet. Oh, brilliant by Ricardo John. Driving into the gap as well. Ricardo John has a double hat trick in the first half. I don't know what kind of record that would set. We'll have to go back years into the record books. But that is certainly a special performance we are witnessing here today.
It's 6 goals. It's 6 goals for John. It's 11 goals to nil. And I would love to know what the record is. I remember last time around, the highest score we had in any game was some 12-1 last season, and that was Ducks versus the Western Predators. But already in the first 45 minutes of play, it's 11 goals to nil.
Will we see 12-0 before the first half is done?
Well, with what we have seen so far, nothing is impossible.
Oh, and here they come again. And here come the Salsa Ballers again into the area. Cuts this one back. A chance to make it 12. Oh, that is just sumptuous. What a finish. It is 12 goals to nil.
And that is the number 4.
Jordan Deans, his first for the season.
Yes. It's 12 goals to nil. 12 goals to nil.
Well, then, we saw the Ducks United, I believe, beat the Spartans by a scoreline of 12 goals to nil. But that was throughout an entire game. It's 12 goals to nil
with
in
2
the
minutes
first
to play.
half. With 2 minutes left.
Still 2 minutes to go.
And I do have to wonder, why are we playing 2 minutes when it's 12-0?
12-0. Stoppage time. 2 minutes taken off the game. 2 minutes given back.
It's going to be a free kick to the Salsa Ballers. Well, I know one thing for certain. The goal difference for the Salsa Ballers will certainly be rivaling the Ducks United's after this game.
Well,
they're appealing for another offside. Here comes Shami Naldo Charles. Naldo puts it straight at Cyril.
And this is what I have been saying about the Eagle Claw, because they're more established players. While they are trying to set, and this could be a goal. This could be a goal. Oh, Baba had an opportunity. He could and should have taken 2 more touches. He didn't and sends it wide.
I don't know whether it was a lack of confidence, and I think the offside signal has been given just now by referee Benjamin. I think it may be a lack of confidence or maybe an over-eagerness. Oh, it's a brilliant ball out wide. Will he make it 13? Bearing down on goal. He can't make a mistake. He does not make a mistake. I think that it's very early, but I will call it game, set, and match.
Well, will we see 30 goals tonight?
I will have to ask Porty what the record is for goals in a match in the Angola Football League, because I'm not exactly certain. But the man in Joran Gale was able to grab his 4th of the game with a composed finish. 13-0 in the first half. Referee Hilton is having a talk with the Eagle Claw players, possibly for them trying to do his job. A rather dejected-looking Griffiths stands on the sideline as his team have been battered in this first half. Referee Hilton has seen enough, but I don't think the fans have seen enough. It's 13-0 after 45 minutes.
Well, first 45, it's 13 goals to nil. 13 goals to nil. And that ends the first half. And we will be coming to you live again at the resumption of the second half, all right, from the Raymond English Technical Center. Until then, we're going to take you back to Master Control.
Welcome back to the Raymond Eagleshaw Technical Center for the start of the second half between the Eagle Claw FC and the Salsa Ballers FC. And going into the halftime whistle, it was the Salsa Ballers who were completely dominant, up 13 goals to nil at halftime against a 10-man Eagle Claw team. Ricardo John, he scored some 6 goals. And I believe Joran Gale, he's scored a hat-trick as well as goals for Finley, Jordan Deans, and Brad. So they've all got on the score sheet. As here come the Salsa Ballers again. Oh, and Joran Gale is through again. And the right heel Cyril is off his line quickly. Chipped forward. Orozco. Perez. To Tyreek John. Ricardo John now. But White and Neal forward again to Ricardo John, who's in space. Ricardo John, in acres of room, puts a good ball in, and it will be out of touch for a corner kick. Corner comes in, a wide open Joran Gale was there. No one was playing defense really for the Eagle Claw, but he put it over the goal. It remains 13 goals to nil. And referee Hilton is going to check on the player who's down. It seems to be Joel Orozco. Medics will be called, but there is no medic for the time being. So Griffiths, who's coaching the Eagle Claw, he'll have to come and do some medical work for the Salsa Ballers. Well, going down tomorrow at the James Ronald Webster Park, the start of the Anguilla Premier League for 2022, and starting at 1:30, it will be the Beamers. They'll be taking on the Foreign Stars. And then on Sunday, May 8th at 1 p.m., the Razor Massives, they'll be going up against the Pointers. So there'll be 5 teams taking part in this T20 tournament. It will be the Beamers, the Foreign Stars, the Razor Massives, the Pointers, and the Farrington Super Sixers. And in our second game today, we will see the Docks United coming off a 2-1 victory over the Roaring Lions. They'll be coming up against the West End Predators. And the Predators will be looking to pull off the upset here today against the Docks United, who've been really putting in some good performances as of late. And then tomorrow, it will be the Attackers FC taking on the Roaring Lions here on starting at 5 p.m. And then at 7 p.m., I believe it will be the Diamond Queens. They'll be going up against the Lil Soldiers FC. As we do know, the female league has commenced. The Angola Football Female League has commenced for 2022. And the first game, I believe the Gazelles were victorious over the EastEnders. I think the scoreline was 1-0, with the goal scored by Rogers, I think it was, Clinical Rogers. They're not missing any action as play will be resuming momentarily. As Shaquem Lake will be, seems like, coming onto the field of play. Goal kick taken. Goal short to Minette. Boots it long over the top to Johnson. Barber looks for the 1-2. They will find it. Still Barber now. And it's cleaned up by Tyreek John. I know Barber, he will be fighting to the very last. As it's taken quickly. Eric tries to send one through as this one is cut out. And they're still going forward now are the Salsa Ballers with Brad. Brad, it will be out of touch and it will be a goal kick. And now Joel Orozco can be replaced by Shaquem Lake. Is it Shaquem? Is it Javon Lake? I'm not exactly sure, but I believe it is the man Lake who's come on to the field of play. As here come the Salsa Ballers again. It's out of touch, and it will be a corner. Into the 53rd minute of play. Corner kick the way of the Salsa Ballers. Nobody's back defending. It's taken quickly. Rykel Cyril didn't get there, but a poor touch allowed for him to collect the second ball. Neal lets this one run out of play. Throw into the Salsa Ballers. Lake. To Deans, who goes back to Lake. And eventually put it forward by Tion Richardson. And the man Poodle was trying to send Sean Brown through. Back with Jordan Deans. Brad is caught offside once again. Free kick taken. And Deans wins the initial ball. But here come the Eagle Claw. Trying to find space out wide with Barber. Barber. Barber again. It's still Barber who chips one in. And it's blocked, sliced. And eventually it's cleared. With composure. It's out wide with Lake. Goes forward to Ricardo John. Ricardo was trying to send that one through towards Jaron Gale, but dispossessed at the last moment. Lake to John. Back to Lake. Lake is dispossessed by Richardson. Now Johnson. Tajay Johnson does well. Inside to Tion Richardson. Richardson finds the Poodle. Poodle trying to find space. Poodle goes out wide with Alaquoy Gums. And it's red, but Poodle will pick it up. And will win a free kick as well. Good walk by Poodle. Man, Lyndon Duncan. Booted long, and Josiah Perez will collect. I think that maybe his first touch of the ball for the game. Pressure being applied, but Eric Kukaran does well. Tyreek John. Forward to Naldo. Naldo to Brad. Brad using his pace, trying to get on the outside, and he will win a corner kick. We're seeing a few more Ducks United players filing into the stadium. Seeing the likes of Smiles and Johnny filing their way in, as well as O'Donoghue. Corner comes in to the back post as Gale can't really collect. All the way back with Tyreek John. He's trying to get the 1-2 to find space for the shot. Finley tries to go wider, and Raquel Cyril will hold on to that attempted effort. Hits it long. Looking for Sean Brown, but Neil Gums will collect. Neil to Lake. Now goes further back with Jordan Deans. Deans chips it forward to a wide open Ricardo John, who turns. He's onside. He's giving it away. It's not done yet. Brad tries to get a shot on, and Raquel Cyril will collect. It's somehow still 13-0. John. He's driving forward now. Slots one through. Oh, brilliant dummy by Naldo. And Ricardo John will be called offside. Don't think he agrees with that decision at all by the AR in Benjamin. Free kick is taken. Baba. Baba is turning. Still Baba, and he'll give it away. Now those passes intercepted. It's booted high and long over the top. And Tyreek John will give away a free kick. As we're seeing the Ducks United, they're going over to warm up. The likes of Johnny and young Jermaine Murray going over to warm up. The first guys out of the tunnel for the Ducks United. As we're seeing that an Eagle Claw player has gone down. He's going to receive some medical attention by his head coach in Griffiths. Still 13-0 into the 60th minute of play. We did see a very long time of play not happening due to an injury. It is still 13-0.
Could have very well be a lot more, and it's something I was alluding to, Doc, in the first half. You know, oftentimes we see teams coming up against each other, and on paper, you see a more formidable squad. But on the day, what you see is that even though the team is a more superior team than their opponent, what you find is that they tend to play just like their opponent on a given day. And yeah, some of the reasons, and one of the major reasons for that is because what you find from time to time is that
Ricardo John is called offside for the
indeed,
second time, and he can't believe it.
yes. And it is because the team loses the discipline, and all of a sudden everybody wants to score. You know, the defenders forget their duties, the midfielders, everybody wants to score. They want to get a piece of the pie, so to speak. And so instead of using the opportunity to gel together, gel better, to get their passes and to make their game, to raise their game, used as a practice session, so to speak, they lose their discipline, and in the end, they suffer the cause. And a number of times, the goal difference come back to bite them.
Finlay sends it through towards Ricardo John, who takes this one under control. Ricardo John lined up a furious effort, and Brad on the follow-up can't get the connection he would have wanted. Good speed out there as well, but picked up by the Salsa ballers. He's driving through, trying to get past one too many is Eric Gokaran, and into the arms of Raikil Cyril. Sean Brown keeps this one in play. No, he did not.
He didn't keep it in play, but the chush should have been going to the Eagles' claw, because the ball came off the defender, and so rightfully now they are going to get their throw.
Well, the ball never lies in football. You know that to be definitely true. This is a good ball through, and had the man Poodle not stopped running, he may have gotten onto that one. Try to slide one through again. Given away once again to the Eagle Claw. Baba, who does very well, who takes a bit of a heavy touch, and Salsa can clear. And I was given away once again, playing a bit sloppily now are the two teams, as this one is hoisted high into the air, and good composure by Tyreek John to Lake, and he gives it away now. Here comes Sean Brown, whose shot will be picked up very easily by Josiah Perez. Perez boots it long for Brad. Brad, brilliant ball over the top. He's onside as well. They've stopped defending. Chance to make it 14. Jaron Kill will not miss from there. It's 14 goals to 0.
And again, there they was trying to set the offside trap, and the number 2 playing him on, and Jaron Gale bags another.
You can't try the tactics without the technique. And it seems like possibly the Eagle Claw will be trying to be playing a bit too advanced in their tactical structure without having the technical side as well. And it seems like the technical side is what's lacking for a few of the Eagle Claw players, which in turn has led to a number of them questioning the referee over these offside decisions, when in fact referee Benjamin has had a good game today, and so has the AR Harley on the far side, because everything that they've called onside has in fact been onside.
Indeed, they have done a good job. It is the Eagles' Claw who have not done a good job.
Deans. Jordan Deans, who scored today, finds Finlay, who's also scored today. Finlay using his pace. Finlay drives one across. Raikil Cyril does brilliantly well. He would have been wrong-footed, but his reflexes were absolutely brilliant. Back with Josiah Perez, who goes forward towards Jordan Deans, picked up by Tiana Richardson. He goes further back to Minette. Very composed by Minette. Looking to go forward now. Trying to find an area to get through. And it almost found Tajay Johnson as well. Eric. Tyreek John. And Eric again. As with Orozco being out, it looks like Neil Gomes has gone to center back and Lake has come over to right back. It's back into the midfield now with Ricardo John, whose pass will be cut out. Picked up now by the Eagle Claw. Baba. Baba whips one out wide. Good ball out wide as well. Now Brad. Brad trying to feed one through. Picked up by Minette. Again, both teams playing a bit sloppily. Giving away. Ball over the top. Again, I don't know if any of the defenders could get there, but the goalkeeper right kill Cyril will. He goes long. Richardson lets it bounce a couple times, and he will lose possession because of that. Finley. Trying to receive the return pass, but Naldo has other ideas. Sends a brilliant ball out wide to Ricardo John. They want another offside, but they will not get one. Ricardo John has himself another. It's 15 goals to nil.
And if you're just joining us, you are not hearing some story, and you're not. We have not made a mistake. That is indeed the score. And the score is coming from the Raymond Igisha Technical Center, not the netball court. As we ask you to, all a sundry, to join us tomorrow as the second season. APL bowls off tomorrow at the JRWP.
Yes, it certainly does. We have a cracking game in store for tomorrow's encounter as the Eagle Claw trying to catch the Salsa ballers off guard. But Perez does well. We'll be seeing the Beamers.
Yes, they will be taking on the new kids on the block.
Foreign Stars.
Yes, new kids on the block, Foreign Stars.
As Ricardo John does well. Ricardo John with a brilliant ball through as well to Jaron Gill, who has one man to beat. Oh, he does so in some style. Still Jaron Gill. Oh, that's sumptuous. Oh, but a brilliant save by Rykiel Cyril. How did he get that one up and over?
Brilliant job there by Rykiel Cyril. He has been doing a good job. He really has. And that's one of the men that will be playing. That's one of the stars, the Foreign Stars that will be playing tomorrow in the APL by the grace of God.
Here comes Eric Gokaran. Gokaran lining up an effort. It's blocked. And here comes the Eagle Claw. Trying to drive one forward. Still the Salsa ballers. Chips one over the top. And Rykiel Cyril will collect. Well, the score is looking very much like a tennis score, as you would say. It's 15-love. As Lake will win a throw-in. Foul throw, says the referee. Lake, one of the more inexperienced players in this Salsa baller side. We do know that their lack of depth will be an issue, and until they can get the likes of the man, brilliant ball over the top. Ricardo John is onside. He is well onside. The goal is at his mercy. He will not make a mistake. It is 16 goals to nil.
Well, there was conversation of calling the game at halftime. None of the players wanted to just call it a day. Both captains had agreed to it, but for some strange reason it didn't happen.
I would have thought that that would have been the better move at half, really to prevent, if anything, prevent injuries, especially with the Eagle Club being so thin as they are, especially with both sides being as thin as they are. The Salsa Ballers, they are very top heavy because they don't have much depth. And with Joel Orozco having gone out, they've been forced to turn to Lake. And immediately with Orozco out, the defense looks certainly a lot more vulnerable.
Yes.
Until they can get the likes of Kendall Gums and the Gokaran, the two Gokarans and Solomon and the Kerry back out, or even a guy like Ricordi Hodge or a Willaquan Brooks. They will continue to be a very threadbare squad.
Well, I'm not sure if they will ever get some of those.
Well,
players
here comes
back
Eric.
out.
Eric, he's going to score. I don't know when last we've said that sentence. Eric Gokaran has scored in the AFL.
Well. It's 16 goals to nil. It's true.
17, I believe.
It's 17 rather. 17 goals to nil. It is true.
Well then. 17 goals to nil. We are into the 72nd minute of play, 73rd minute of play rather.
Some 17 minutes still to go.
Over on 25. We'll have to wait and see. Richardson. Lake now. He gives it away. But his pass will eventually find Ricardo John. Probably the one man on the field that the Salsa Ballers would want to find that one. As here comes Naldo, just past a man a bit too easily. Cuts it back. Oh, and that's underwhelming, I must say. An underwhelming finish. But I think that was a Newman Lake. Chipped over the top. Good ball. Brilliant ball. Ricardo John chips it to the back post. Will he make it? 18. He hits it straight at Reichel Cyril. I must say, for a team that has scored some 17 goals today, their finishing has not been that good.
Some very ordinary football we have seen from the Salsa Ballers, and this is what I'm saying. You know, the scoreline may show one thing, but the Salsa Ballers should have really used this game to ensure that they continue to show their dominance, not just by the goal line, the score line, but indeed, you know, to really get the ball, their passes really clean. We saw against the Royal Lions that their finishing, they were really poor. And so with all the opportunities and ball possession that they had against the Royal Lions, because they had ball possession advantage over the Royal Lions, but it was the Royal Lions who came out of the game 1-0 victors.
Ball forward. Still Salsa Ballers. And he's going to get through again. Will he make it? 18. Reichel Cyril saves once again. He's had to pick the ball out of his net 17 times. But he can hold his head high thus far, because he's single-handedly the one reason that the scoreline is not somewhere around the 25 to 26 range.
Indeed.
Finley. As the Western Predators will be getting warm. Ricardo John. Ricardo using his speed. Cuts it back. Lays it off. And the finish goes up and over. They did all the hard work well. And they just couldn't finish. Ball out wide with Brad. Booted long to a wide open Joran Gale. And Gale will lose out. Minette. Forward to Barber. Who sends one long to Joran Gale. Ricardo John now. Oh, he's going to find Joran Gale, who went on the underlap. He's going to cut inside, cut it back, and the finish is saved. Only as far as Brad. And I think the offside will be called. Well, for a team that's up 17 goals to nil, their finishing has been subpar at best. Not missing any action. It will be a goal kick or a free kick, I believe. I always thought the rule is that once it was inside the... Well, it's going to be Ricardo John, and he's going to lay this one off. And will he finally? No! Rykel Cyril again makes the save. The finishing again has been subpar. Ball over the top. He's wide open as well as the man Sean Brown. He has a shot at goal, and Josiah Perez has no trouble with it. Lake. His pass is given away. Picks it up again, does Lake. He goes forward to John. John will receive. No, he will not receive the second ball, as it will be Tyreek John now. Tyreek John has it saved, but the rebound is finally put in. They've made it 18. The Salsa ballers have run away with this one, but the finishing, I must say, has not been at its best. Tyreek John should have buried it. He hit it straight at Rykel Cyril, who has made another save. But it's put in eventually, and finally they've been able to make it 18. Barber trying to drive through everybody. Still Barber. It's still Barber. Barber has a shot, and it goes over. And I think that even though we've had 18 goals so far, the biggest cheer of the night would have been had Barber scored that one. Brad. Clearance is out of touch. Throw into the Salsa ballers. Brad has his ball cleared. Only as far as Eric. Still Eric, who has scored today. Ball forward into the area. It's cut all the way back. And they were both lining up an effort. And eventually it's driven home. I think that's Tyreek John who's gotten onto the score sheet. Or is that Jordan Deans? We're yet to see. But they have made it 19 goals to nil. It is Tyreek John who's gotten himself onto the score sheet. 19 goals to nil. And it seems like everybody has scored at this point for the Salsa Ballers. Here come the Eagle Claw. Looking to get forward, but they can't create anything. Brad. Chipped over the top to a wide open Desroy Finley. He can't get his initial touch under control, but cuts inside as Finley. Finley lays this one off, looking for the return pass. He won't find it, and eventually it will be picked up by Brad. Brad trying to get around the inside, but eventually Eagle Claw can pick this one up. Given straight away, chipped over the top. Finley. Finley gets inside. Finley pokes a ball across, and it's cleared. Only as far as Lake, who finds Finley. And Tyreek John has an effort. Oh, wow! Tyreek John has just pulled that one out of his bag. What a hit it was as well. Rykel Cyril, who has done so much good work today, could not move. What a hit by Tyreek John. It's 20 goals to nil. I don't know what the record is for goals in a game in Anguilla, but this will probably be somewhere close to it. 20 goals to nil. And yet they push on, the 10-man Eagle Claw. Continuing to fight as Sean Brown is in. Sean Brown puts one across. Out of touch for a corner. Corner to the Eagle Claw. And it will be cleared by Brad, who scoops it back into the area. Eagle Claw have hit the post. Well, that would have been the biggest cheer for the game. A volley was rattled off the post. Perez. Ronaldo. To find Ricardo John, gets around the outside a bit too easily. Ricardo John to make it 21, has scooped it over the goalkeeper. He's just showing off at this point. Ricardo John with some style has made it 21 goals to nil. Well then, and I think Barber may have been shown a card just now, not certain. Still the claw fight. Back with the Salsa Ballers. Brad with the ball forward. Cyril will not get there first, but he will win the ball in the end. Oh, it's a good ball through, and he's looking for Sean Brown. Sean Brown trying to lob Josiah Perez, but it's gone wide. Perez had fallen down, and Sean Brown went for the audacious, but it was just wide. Goal kick taken short. And it's going to be offside, the call and the signal by A.R. Benjamin. Into the 88th minute of play. It's 21 goals to nil. If Anguilla Football League had a gambling line, I wonder what the over-under would have been set at. Well, it's a good ball over the top. Here come the Eagle Claw. A chance to pull one back. They have pulled one back, and you can hear the roar. The Eagle Claw have gotten themselves on the score sheet. It is 21 goals to 1. The Eagle Claw, they never stopped fighting. They have gone down 21 goals to nothing, but they've pulled one back. It's 21 goals to 1, but that one goal will mean so much for the Eagle Claw fans, the Eagle Claw faithful. Finley, Tonaldo, whips a good ball in all the way back to Brad, but a push in the back will be a free kick. You can see the Ducks United making their way back down into back down the tunnel into the dressing room, led by their head coach, Ben Davies. He will looking to build off their success, having overcome the Lions by a scoreline of 2 goals to 1. While the Predators will be hoping to pull off the upset. Corner. We have had the 90 minutes. Brad whips this one towards the near post. Headed clear. Only as far as Tyreek John. John has another powerful effort. It hit his own player, and the follow-up effort has gone over. A rasping effort from Tyreek John. I don't know if that would have hit the target, but he certainly connected well. And the Eagle Club may just be wasting time at this point. As you will see added time for some reason. We'll see 2 minutes of added time. We have had 1 minute. The Eagle Club burned time there at that goal kick. But it's back with the Salsa ballers. Still Salsa. Still Salsa. Brad forced to go backwards. And he will win. Nope. Referee Hilton says he has seen enough. Enough of this encounter. An encounter in which the scoreline turned into a cricket score. After 90 minutes of football, 21 goals to 1. What a game for the Salsa Ballers. They've scored 21 We'll have to check the record books for that one. But 21 goals. Ricardo John scored so many, lost count after 6, but it's well over 6. Jaron Gale may have a double hat trick as well. Also saw goals from Eric Gokaran, Finley. We saw goals from Jordan Deans, Tyreek John. And for the Eagle Claw, the man Sean Brown, I believe, was able to get onto the score sheet, but it was in vain. A brilliant effort in goal from Rykiel Cyril to keep it to just 21. But at the end of this encounter, the Eagle Claw have gone down 21-1. And join us in a few minutes' time for at prime time. It will be the Ducks United versus the Salsa Ballers. But for now, we take you back to Master Control.